The first warning appeared on a pirate forum. It was short, poorly written, full of spelling mistakes and panic. If you see small human delivery ship, do not board it, let it pass. Most pirates ignored it, because pirates by nature are not known for reading carefully, or spelling correctly, or making smart life choices. So, when the small human freighter drifted into the outer trade lanes of the Cathari Belt, 3 pirate ships immediately moved to intercept it. The human vessel looked harmless. No visible weapons, no escort, no defensive drones, just a compact cargo ship with slightly chipped white paint and a blinking registration tag. On the side of the hull, in neat blue letters, was written, "Express Logistics, on time, every time." Inside the pirate flagship, Captain Vrack leaned forward in his command chair, mandibles twitching with satisfaction. "Scan it again," he ordered. A crew member tapped the console. "Confirmed, Captain. Single human life sign. Civilian registry." "Cargo, mixed commercial freight. No military tech detected." Vrack's 4 eyes gleamed. "One human?" he said slowly. "Alone?" "Yes, Captain." Vrack leaned back and let out a pleased rumble. "This is why I love this sector. Easy prey, soft merchants, terrified civilians." Another pirate chuckled. "Should we disable engines first or board directly?" Vrack considered this deeply, as if he were a scholar of strategy, rather than a space criminal with 12 unpaid bounties. "Open a channel," he decided. "Let us be professional." The comm line clicked open. A human woman appeared on the main screen. She looked normal, mid-30s maybe, dark hair tied messily, slightly tired eyes, one hand holding a steaming mug, the other resting on what looked suspiciously like a sandwich. She glanced at the screen, chewed calmly, then swallowed. "Oh," she said, "pirates?" No screaming, no panic, just mild inconvenience, like someone noticing rain during laundry day. Captain Vrack smiled wide, showing several rows of teeth. "Human vessel," he growled. "Power down your engines and prepare to be boarded. Transfer all valuable cargo, and you may leave alive." The woman nodded slowly. "Hmm?" She took another sip from her mug. "Yeah, that's not happening," she said. Silence fell across the pirate bridge. Vrack blinked. Once. Twice. "Perhaps," he said carefully, "you did not understand." "Oh, I understood," the woman replied. "You want the cargo. I want to deliver the cargo. We have conflicting professional goals." One of the pirates snorted. Another laughed. Vrack did not laugh. "You are alone," he said. "We are 3 armed ships. You have no weapons." The woman glanced off screen, as if checking something. "Well," she said thoughtfully, "technically I have a wrench, but it's more of an emotional support wrench." More laughter across the pirate bridge. Vrack leaned forward. "You think this is amusing?" "Not really," she said honestly. "I'm on a schedule." She tapped something on her console. "Look, I have 12 deliveries today, 2 signature confirmations, and 1 client who already left a 1-star review last month because I was 3 minutes late. So if you guys could just not, that'd be great." The pirate stared at her. Vrack's mandibles twitched with irritation. "You believe," he said slowly, "that a schedule will protect you?" She met his gaze. "No," she said. A small pause. Then she smiled. "I believe you're about to make my day very complicated, and your day extremely short." Silence. Then the pirate crew burst into laughter, actual wheezing, table slapping. One pirate nearly fell out of his chair. Vrack himself let out a deep, amused rumble. "A civilian courier," he said, "threatening pirates." He gestured lazily. "Disable her engines." 3 pirate ships powered their weapons, targeting systems locked. On the human ship's screen, a soft notification chimed. The woman glanced at it. "Oh," she muttered. She set down her mug. "Okay," she said to herself. "We're doing this again." On the pirate flagship, warning sensors stayed calm. No power surge, no weapons charging, no shield fluctuation, just a small human cargo ship. Sitting there. Captain Vrek clicked his mandibles impatiently. "Well?" The weapons officer frowned at his console. "Target lock confirmed. Awaiting your order." Vrek lifted one claw dramatically. "Fire!" 3 pirate ships unleashed synchronized bursts of disabling ion fire. Brilliant blue arcs streaked across space and slammed into the human freighter. The impacts lit its hull in a web of crackling energy. On the pirate bridge, several crew members leaned forward eagerly, waiting for the human engines to die. Instead, nothing happened. The ship didn't spin, didn't drift, didn't power down. It just stayed there, floating, calm, annoyingly intact. The weapons officer blinked. "Direct hits confirmed?" Vrek leaned forward. "Then why is it still powered?" Another pirate checked sensors. "Shields, still active." "That is impossible," Vrek snapped. "We detected no shield system." "We didn't," the sensor tech said slowly. "But something is absorbing the ion discharge." On the main screen, the human woman sighed softly. She tapped her console again. A calm, pleasant automated voice filled her cockpit. "Policy 7 activated." She nodded once. "Yeah, figured." Back on the pirate bridge, confusion spread. Vrek narrowed his eyes. "What is Policy 7? As if answering him, the human ship's exterior panels shifted slightly. Not dramatically. Not in a cinematic transforming battleship way. Just small adjustments. Tiny openings. Mechanical movements so subtle they were almost polite. Then every pirate console lit up red. "Unknown system. Active unknown system. Active. Please consult avoidance protocols." "Captain," the sensor tech whispered. Vrek rose slowly from his chair. "Explain." "I can't," the tech said. "I don't even know what I'm detecting. It's not weapons, not exactly. It's infrastructure." "Infrastructure?" Vrek repeated. "Yes, Captain. Docking systems, freight manipulators, routing arrays, traffic control beams, cargo field projectors." Vrek stared at him. "Those are not weapons." "I know," the tech said weakly, "but they're all targeting us." On the human ship, the woman stretched her shoulders like someone preparing for a mildly annoying work task. "All right," she muttered. "Let's not break anything expensive today." She pressed a large yellow button labeled Civilian Route Management, Emergency Priority. Across the void, invisible beams snapped into existence. Not lasers, not missiles, not plasma. Logistics. Massive freight-handling tractor fields slammed onto the first pirate ship, not to destroy it, but to reposition it. The pirate vessel jerked violently sideways. "What is happening?" someone shouted. "We're being moved," another yelled. "Captain, something is physically rerouting us." Their entire ship slid, smoothly, politely, out of its attack position and into a neat holding pattern, like a vehicle being parallel parked by an invisible valet. A second later, glowing navigation markers appeared around them. "Waiting queue. Position 3. Please remain in line." Silence filled the pirate bridge. Vrek stared at the text. "What?" The second pirate ship tried to accelerate. Immediately, dozens of cargo field projectors locked on, and gently but firmly rotated at 90 degrees. Its engines kept firing, sideways. It drifted uselessly like a shopping cart with a broken wheel. "Captain," the pilot yelled, "we've lost directional control." "You have not lost control," the sensor tech whispered in horror. "It's been reassigned." On the human freighter, the woman calmly checked a checklist on her screen. "Okay, 3 unauthorized vessels, blocking lane, applying standard civilian route clearing procedures." She clicked another option. Traffic optimization, force enabled. Across space, massive route guidance beams activated, systems designed for moving cargo cruisers thousands of meters long. They locked onto the pirate flagship. Vrak felt his entire command deck tilt, not violently, not explosively, just decisively, like a giant invisible hand grabbing the ship and saying, "Nope." "Captain," the pilot whispered, "we are moving." Vrak gripped his chair. "We are not moving. We are a warship." The pilot swallowed. "We are currently being merged." On every screen, merging into designated lane, please signal when ready. The pirate flagship slid smoothly between 2 glowing navigation markers that hadn't existed 10 seconds ago. A polite chime echoed through their ship. "Thank you for your cooperation." Silence. Total, absolute silence on the pirate bridge. On the human screen, the woman picked up her mug again, blew gently on the surface, took a sip, then opened a channel. "Okay," she said casually, "so here's what's going to happen." The pirate flagship remained perfectly still, not because its engines were disabled, not because it was damaged, but because it physically could not move in any direction that wasn't approved by whatever the human had just activated. Captain Vrak stood frozen, staring at the navigation display. A glowing, cheerful interface had replaced his combat grid. It was color-coded, with icons, and a progress bar. Current status, waiting in queue. Estimated delay, 18 minutes. Vrak spoke very slowly. "Why, am I in a queue?" No one answered, because no one on the bridge had any idea what was happening. Then the human woman's face appeared again on the main screen. She now held a data pad and looked mildly apologetic. The way someone looks when informing you your package will arrive between 8 a.m. and next Tuesday. "All right," she said, in a professional tone. "Thank you for your patience. You are currently obstructing a priority civilian delivery route." Vrak stared at her. You placed my warship in a waiting line?" "Correct. I am a pirate captain." "Mm-hmm. This is a heavily armed combat vessel." "Mm-hmm. And you put us in traffic." She gave a small shrug. "Technically, you put yourselves in traffic. I'm just managing it." Behind Vrak, one of the pirates tried to fire engines again. Nothing. Their thrust output was being redirected, smoothly and politely, into maintaining their assigned lane position. "Captain," the pilot whispered, "every time I try to move, it compensates and recenters us." Vrak slowly turned back to the screen. "You cannot do this," he said. The woman raised an eyebrow. "I already did." She tapped her data pad. A new notification appeared on every pirate console. Civilian Traffic Authority notice, unauthorized hostile congestion, detected penalty processing. Vrak's eye twitched. Penalty? A soft ding echoed through the pirate ship. Then another, and another. Every pirate suddenly received incoming transmissions on their personal comm devices. Confused murmurs filled the bridge. One pirate checked his device first. "Captain?" "What?" "I just received an invoice." Vrack stared at him. For what? The pirate swallowed. Lane obstruction fee, hazardous maneuver surcharge, emergency rerouting cost, and, he squinted. Failure to yield to certified delivery operator. Silence. Another pirate checked theirs. I got one too. So did I. Captain, it's charging us individually. Vrack slowly looked down at his own wrist console. Invoice, 487,221 credits payment due immediately. His mandibles opened slightly, then closed, then opened again. You billed me. The human woman nodded. Yes. You attacked my ship with invoices. Technically, she said, you attacked my delivery route. This is just standard administrative follow-up. Vrack leaned forward, voice dangerously quiet. You believe paperwork will stop pirates. She met his gaze calmly, then pressed another button. Across all 3 pirate ships, systems began to change. Not weapons, not shields, administrative systems, navigation licenses, temporarily suspended trade registry, flagged for review docking permissions. Pending investigation. One pirate suddenly yelled from the back, Captain, nearest station, just revoked our refueling access. Another shouted, our transponder is being marked as non-compliant commercial hazard. A third, I just got banned from 6 ports. Panic spread like fire. Vrack stared at the human on screen. What did you do? She looked genuinely confused. I filed a report. You filed a report? Yeah. Multi-sector traffic authority, insurance networks, freight union, civilian safety board. Oh, and a customer complaint. Vrack's voice dropped to a whisper. Against me? Well, yeah, she said. You're delaying my delivery. On the pirate bridge, absolute chaos erupted. Captain, we can't dock anywhere. Our bounty accounts are being frozen. Someone just labeled us a high-risk logistics liability. Vrack felt something unfamiliar crawl into his chest. Not fear, not yet, but concern. He turned back to the screen. What? He said slowly. Are you? The human woman blinked. A contractor? Silence. Then she checked a notification and winced. Oof, okay, that's new. Vrack's stomach tightened. What is new? She looked back up at him. My manager just saw the incident. A long pause. Then she gave a sympathetic smile. You guys are really not going to like what happens next. For a moment, nothing happened. No explosions, no weapons charging, no dramatic music of impending doom. Just silence in space. Captain Vrack straightened slowly. His crew watched him, waiting. Perhaps this was a bluff. A civilian courier, alone, outnumbered. What could a manager possibly do? Then every pirate console chimed at the same time. Not an alarm, a meeting notification, bright, cheerful, impossible to ignore. Mandatory communication, request from Regional Logistics Supervision, priority, executive. Before anyone could react, the pirate flagship's main screen changed. The human courier disappeared. A new figure appeared. An older human woman sat behind a desk. Perfect posture, immaculate suit, glasses low on her nose, expression calm in the way of someone who has ended entire careers over scheduling errors. She adjusted a data pad without looking up. Good afternoon, she said. Her voice was soft, professional, terrifying. No one on the pirate bridge spoke. Finally, Captain Vrack found his voice. Who are you? The woman glanced up. Regional Operations Manager, Sector 12, she replied. Then, after a beat, you may call me Elena. Vrack swallowed. He did not know why he swallowed. She tapped something on her desk. "I understand," Elena continued, "that you have interfered with one of my couriers." Her tone was not angry, which somehow made it worse. Vrac forced himself to stand taller. "We are pirates," he said. "Interference is our profession." Elena nodded once, as if he had confirmed an appointment time. "Yes, I've reviewed your file." A screen appeared beside her. Pirate records, attack logs, outstanding bounties, fuel purchases, black market docking history, even things Vrac himself had forgotten. He felt cold. "How?" "You've had 27 hostile encounters in the last cycle," Elena continued calmly. 12 successful, 8 failures, 7 embarrassing. One pirate slowly lowered himself into a chair. Elena scrolled. "Your profit margins are inconsistent. Maintenance overdue. Crew turnover high. Insurance non-existent." She looked directly at Vrac. "Frankly, Captain, your operation is poorly managed." No one on the pirate bridge breathed. Vrac felt as if he had just been called into a performance review by death itself. "You have delayed a priority delivery," Elena continued. "You have endangered contracted personnel, and you have generated significant paperwork." Her eyes narrowed slightly behind the glasses. "I dislike paperwork." Across all pirate ships, new notifications appeared, not invoices this time, contracts, massive, multi-page, legally binding across 12 sectors. One pirate whispered, "Captain, what is this?" Vrac read the title on his screen, "Compulsory Logistics Compensation Agreement?" His voice came out faint. "No." Elena folded her hands. "You will, of course, be compensating us for lost time, administrative cost, emotional distress, and fuel inefficiency." Vrac looked up. "Or?" A small pause. Elena gave a pleasant corporate smile. "Or we escalate." Every pirate ship suddenly received updated navigation data. Every safe port, flagged. Every black market station, notified. Every bounty network, refreshed. Their location, broadcast, continuously. One of the pirates made a strangled noise. "Captain, if that goes live, every hunter in this quadrant..." Elena tapped her screen. The broadcast indicator began blinking. "Pending global release." She looked back up, still calm, still polite. "Now," she said gently, "let's discuss how you'll be helping us complete today's deliveries." Silence sat heavy on the pirate bridge. Captain Vrac stared at the blinking message. "Compulsory logistics assistance. Accept or escalation." Behind him, his crew waited. One wrong decision, and their location would be broadcast to every bounty hunter within 10 sectors. Elena adjusted her glasses on screen. "I do not have all day," she said calmly. "We are already behind schedule." Vrac had faced warships. He had fought boarding marines. He had survived asteroid storms and mutinies. None of that prepared him for corporate escalation. He pressed the button. "Accept." A soft, cheerful chime echoed through all 3 pirate ships. "Welcome to Express Logistics. Temporary contractor status active." Several pirates made quiet, horrified noises. On the screen, Elena gave a satisfied nod. "Excellent," she said. "Now we can proceed professionally." The human courier reappeared beside her in a smaller window, sipping her drink. "Oh, good," she said. "You didn't choose the stupid option." Vrac ignored that. "What?" he asked slowly. "Are our obligations?" Elena tapped her data pad. Immediately, detailed task lists appeared on every pirate console. Route maps, cargo assignments, escort positioning, time windows. It looked less like piracy and more like the worst work schedule ever created. "You will escort our courier through the Cathari belt," Elena said. "You will deter actual hostiles. You will not fire unless necessary. You will follow route optimization instructions." A pirate raised a shaky hand in the background. "Are we security now?" "Yes," Elena replied. Another pirate whispered, "Captain, I just got a uniform notification." Vrock looked down. His own console flashed. "Optional. High visibility safety vest. Accept?" He closed his eyes. For a long moment he said nothing. Then he looked back up at Elena. "If we complete this," he said carefully, "our debt is cleared." Elena considered. "If completed efficiently and without further incident, yes." A pause. Then she added, "Assuming acceptable customer satisfaction." Vrock's eye twitched. On the smaller screen, the human courier waved. "Hi, I'm Maya. I'll be your route supervisor today." He stared at her. "You put my fleet in traffic." She gave a thumbs up. "And now you're helping with deliveries. Growth mindset." Vrock turned away from the screen and addressed his crew. "Prepare escort formation." The pirates scrambled to their stations. Slowly, reluctantly, like warriors being forced to assemble furniture. Outside, the 3 pirate ships repositioned around the small human freighter. Protective formation. Escort pattern. Exactly as instructed. On Maya's ship, a pleasant chime sounded. "Escort confirmed, route stabilized." She smiled and adjusted course. "All right, boys," she said over comms. "First stop, medical supplies, urgent delivery." Vrock forced the words out. "Understood." They flew in silence for several minutes. Then a pirate voice whispered over internal comms, "Captain." "What?" "I think we're doing a good job." Vrock gripped his command chair. "Do not say that again." Ahead of them, a new ship suddenly dropped out of warp. Another pirate vessel, heavily armed, aggressive, its weapons powered immediately. A rough voice blasted over open comms. "Well, well, what do we have here? 3 pirate ships escorting a tiny courier?" Laughter filled the channel. "Move aside," the newcomer said. "That cargo is ours." On Vrock's bridge, everyone froze. Slowly, all eyes turned to him, then to Maya's ship. Maya's calm voice came through the comm. "Oh," she said, "more paperwork." The new pirate ship powered weapons, heavy cannons, boarding pods, missile bays opening like metal jaws. Its captain appeared on comms, a massive reptilian alien with scarred armor and far too many teeth. "Well," he laughed, "this is adorable. Vrock, is that you? Since when do you run escort for delivery girls?" On Vrock's bridge, no one spoke. Because, technically, that was exactly what they were doing. Maya's voice came calmly through the channel. "Hi," she said. "You're currently interfering with an active delivery route." The reptilian pirate blinked, then laughed harder. "Oh, this is perfect. A polite one. Listen, human. Power down, and we might let your new friends live." Maya checked something on her screen. Can't do that." She pressed a button. Across Vrock's ship, a notification popped up. "Contractor responsibility. Alert. Protect. Primary delivery asset. Customer rating. Impact. Severe." Another message followed. "Failure may result in 1-star review." The entire pirate bridge went still. One pirate whispered in horror, "Captain." Vrock stared at the words. He did not fear death. He did not fear battle. But a permanent 1-star rating tied to his name across logistics networks. Ports talk. Stations talk. Black markets talk. He turned slowly to his crew. Combat positions. The crew snapped into action instantly, not out of loyalty, not out of bravery, out of absolute professional terror. Across space, the new pirate ship fired first, a warning blast streaking toward Maya's freighter. It never arrived. Vrak's flagship intercepted it with a precision shield flare. The reptilian pirate froze mid-laugh. "Vrak?" Vrak opened a direct channel. His voice was cold. "You are obstructing a priority delivery." Silence. The reptilian blinked. "What?" "You will disengage," Vrak continued, "or be classified as a delay." The words hung in space, confusing, threatening, deeply upsetting. Then all three escorting pirate ships moved at once. Perfect formation, perfect synchronization, weapons locked, not chaotic pirate firing, professional, efficient, terrifying. The attacking pirate sensors screamed. "Captain," one of his crew said nervously, "why are they flying like trained security?" "Shut up!" the reptilian snapped. He opened a wide channel. "Vrak, have you lost your mind?" Vrak answered without hesitation. "Leave, now." A long pause. Then the reptilian pirate noticed something on his own console. A notification. Traffic authority flag. Hostile obstruction insurance risk. Extreme. Another appeared. Multiple complaints filed. Then another. Regional operations manager watching. He went pale. Oh no. On Maya's ship, she sipped her drink and watched quietly. The reptilian pirate cleared his throat. Yes, well, we certainly don't want to delay anything." He immediately powered down weapons. "Safe travels. Excellent weather today. Very professional operation you're running." His ship turned and jumped to warp so fast it almost left scorch marks in space. Silence returned. On Vrak's bridge, every pirate slowly relaxed. They had just defended a delivery. Successfully. A soft chime sounded across all three ships. Then another. Then a warm, pleasant voice filled their comms. Customer feedback received delivery protection. Excellent professionalism. Outstanding rating. 5 stars. 5 stars. The entire pirate crew froze. One pirate sat down heavily. "Captain," he whispered, emotional, "we got 5 stars." Vrak said nothing for a long time. Then he looked at the glowing rating on his screen. And for the first time in many cycles, he felt proud. On the comm, Maya's voice returned. "Nice work, guys," she said. "2 more deliveries and you're clear?" Vrak closed his eyes briefly. "Of course there are." He straightened. "Escort formation," he ordered quietly. The pirate fleet moved as one, because somewhere out there, a manager was watching, and none of them ever wanted a 1-star review. The 3 pirate ships followed Maya's freighter through the Cathari Belt. Every asteroid field, every trade lane checkpoint, every orbiting station, all obstacles were navigated flawlessly, because Maya had everything mapped, scheduled, and assigned a priority code. Vrak's fleet moved like a well-oiled machine, terrified, competent, and oddly efficient. Meanwhile, inside Maya's cockpit, she sipped her coffee and checked her tablet. "All right," she muttered. "Next stop, colony food supply. Standard urgency. Don't mess this up, guys." Vrak glanced at her. "We are literally terrified." "I know," Maya said cheerfully. "Don't worry, you'll get used to it." Eventually. They passed a cluster of small pirate skiffs, trying to ambush freighters for fun. "Captain," one of Vrak's crew whispered, "they're coming for us." "Not today," Vrak muttered. "Not today." Maya tapped a button. A network of invisible route-clearing beams flared around the pirates. The ambushing skiffs were gently but firmly nudged aside. One collided with a floating cargo container, spinning helplessly. Its crew scrambled, cursing. Maya sipped coffee. See? Totally polite. Just business. Vrack's crew was speechless. I have never, one pirate began. Maya waved a hand. Relax. You're doing fine. Just follow instructions and no funny business. Customer satisfaction matters. By the time the freighter reached the colony, Vrack's fleet had been transformed from marauders to temporary delivery specialists. The colonists cheered. 5-star ratings popped up on every station's public boards. Who delivered this? Someone asked. Some human courier, a colonist replied, and 3 unlikely assistants. Word spread fast. In every sector, pirate networks whispered in disbelief, do not touch civilian freighters, even the small ones. They have managers. Somewhere deep in space, Vrack muttered, this is worse than war. Maya smiled, sipping the last of her coffee. And that, she said softly, is why logistics is terrifying. Every pirate in the fleet agreed. They would never, ever underestimate a civilian courier again. Because in the Galaxy, the real danger wasn't soldiers or weapons or even pirates. It was a human with a schedule, a mug of coffee, and a manager who cared about ratings. And so, the legend of Maya, the courier who could, began to spread, 5 stars at a time. The last delivery of the day loomed, medical supplies, fragile, time-sensitive. Maya's freighter glided smoothly through the asteroid belt, perfectly on schedule. Vrack's pirate ships flanked her, still trembling slightly, still pretending to look professional. Captain, one whispered nervously, what happens if we fail? Vrack looked at him. We get a 1-star review, possibly public shaming. Maya glanced at her tablet. Relax. You follow instructions. Everything will be fine. She sipped her coffee. Just don't try anything stupid, or I'll file another report. Somewhere ahead, a rogue smuggler appeared on the sensors, weapons armed, clearly looking for easy prey. Vrack froze. Another one? Maya tapped a sequence on her console. Soft blue beams flared around the freighter and escort ships. The smuggler was nudged gently aside. No harm done, Maya said. Just business. I'll leave feedback after you're gone. Vrack's jaw tightened. Feedback. Minutes later, they reached the colony. Colonists rushed forward, cheering, clapping. 5-star banners projected across the docking bay. Maya's freighter docked with impeccable precision. Vrack's fleet hovered nearby, exhausted, traumatized, and oddly proud. A colonist approached and asked, Who delivered this? Maya smiled sweetly. Just me, and a couple of helpers. Vrack felt his pride swell, and then immediately deflate. Helpers? He whispered to his crew. Maya waved. Yes, you. Temporary employees. Don't worry, your rating will be 5 stars too if you behave. The pirates groaned. Elena's voice echoed across the comms. Well done, team. You've completed your obligations. Remember, next time, schedules are not optional. Vrack's fleet powered down engines. Somewhere in space, pirate guilds whispered in fear. Civilian couriers with managers. Never underestimate them. Maya stepped out of her cockpit, stretching like it had been just a normal workday. She held her coffee. She held her clipboard. She held the Galaxy in the palm of her hand. And for every pirate who had ever thought humans were weak, 5 stars burned brighter than any laser cannon ever could. The legend was sealed. The courier who could. the woman who made pirates follow schedules, the human who turned logistics into the most feared weapon in the galaxy. And somewhere, Vrock muttered quietly, "I'm retiring tomorrow."